Welcome back to Bobblehead Homestead. My name is Jeff. I've taken a little summer vacation from YouTube in the heat. It has been a hot July, over 100 degrees, and when you're out in the, yeah, it is what it is. But today is August 1st, so I want to make a little bit more of a commitment to YouTube in August. We'll see how it turns out. Just so happens, I got lucky today. The high is only like 85. It is very windy though, so hopefully this microphone is doing the job, filtering the wind. I do not know. I am standing in front of a nice little patch of weeds with some zinnias mixed in. And these are some cool zinnias. Low effort gardening. What did I do? I messed around with hugel culture and brought in some more dirt, topsoil from back, and kind of smoothed it out. Then I just threw down a packet of pre-mixed zinnia seeds with some fertilizer, and I don't know what all is in there. And I just threw them on there and let it grow. They have not been watered at all. Nope, because I threw the seed mix down, you know, right before rain or during the rain, if I remember right, and I have not watered these at all. There's some very nice zinnia specimens in there. I'm sure you saw some pictures, or will. I haven't taken the pictures yet. I'm about to break out my phone and take some pictures of them. So, very nice zinnias, but yeah, it's just been too hot for me to put in any extra effort. I've been going through 3 t-shirts a day, because I've still got chicken chores every day. Still got to keep those chickens, especially in the summer. I actually go out early afternoon and give them fresh, cool water. I've not lost any chickens at all this summer to the heat. They're all young, so that helps. But these hot temperatures, they can really do a number on your chickens. So yeah, I've just been, you know, the status quo, which is still morning, afternoon, and night, putting them up. Some of my whiting true blues have discovered they can fly 20 feet in the air and roost in the trees. So there was a neighborhood dog gotten loose, running around chasing them. And so they discovered they could fly. And ever since then, I've been having to chase them out of the trees at night to get them to go back in. Yeah. It's been hot, but one big project, I'm waiting for him to put out his video. So we'll get to that coming up. I don't know, what else can I tell you? There have been a few little projects going on here and there. Let's go take a look at one of my accomplishments over the past few weeks. I haven't been doing video because, you know, go outside, do the bare minimum, go inside, and rest up for the next time I have to go outside. But I did get some fencing put up, and let's take a look. I am out here behind the metal shed, the bobble shed, tiny house up there. This power lines go through there, my little front yard, and then the gravel lane. So before I got interrupted by the 4th of July party, I want to move my chickens out of the front yard back into the shade. And, you know, things never go as planned. But I showed you some of the work I did back here with the skid steer in preparation, and then I haven't filmed any of the, well, I've started putting fences up. Yeah, so this one I need to bring up and take it around a tree and then come back here. And then, but I've got the fence up. We'll walk over there in a second. No, we'll walk over there now. So these two hoop coops were already there, but this had turned into a jungle, so I was back here with skid steer, took care of that. Now I have started putting the fencing up. It's best to do that after a rain when the ground is soft. We have not had any good rains lately, so yeah. So, and I ain't coming out here and exerting that much effort when it's 100 degrees. But I've got a fence up around this hoop coop. This is going to be a big chicken run area. As you can see at the end there, there's a water spigot, so I'll be able to very easily get them water. They've got a jungle in here, and the fence goes around the back, and then back up to over here. And there's Bob. He's been trapped in the fence a couple times as I've been putting him up. Don't get trapped in this fence, Bob. He likes to climb on top of the hoop coops. Anyway, so I've got the fence up and pretty well done over here. And this is where I want to put my new fraternity boys flock. The flock of roosters and boys. So I've learned, having all these trees, you know, they out of sight, out of mind, chasing, you know, anyway. I've had flocks with, 25 roosters living relatively in peace, and I need to do that again because a lot of these chickens, these are my golden penciled Hamburg's flock. You don't evaluate roosters until they're about a year old, and these guys are not even, what, 4 or 5 months, 5 months old now. And so I'm gonna have a bunch of extra golden penciled Hamburg roosters, white and true blues, speckled Sussex, got a bunch of those. I'll have extra Welsumers and extra Penna de Cincas. So I will, I'll do it in, yeah, buddy, it's good hearing roosters crowing again. I'll do an initial evaluation of them at this age and then put all the others in the fraternity boys flock. And then I'll be keeping my eye on them over the year and seeing if who's the best. So the fraternity boys flock in this one, and then over here, Bob, you're lucky the fence isn't on yet. You goofy boy. So, while I'm separating them all, I've got 2 coops in the front yard, white and true blues and copper marans, and then speckled Sussex. And I need to split those 2 into 3. All the extra boys need to go in one flock. They're of age. And then I need a second and third hoop coop for the white and true blue and speckled Sussex hens. So this will be, I don't know, probably the way, anyway, we'll see who goes where, because I still need to, I need to bring one of these hoop coops over here and put up another fence so that I can split those 2 flocks into 2 flocks and a fraternity boys flock. And Bob is just no help at all. No help at all. And it's just been too hot for me to do it. Now I can start working on it. I've been doing a little bit at a time, doing these fences. And these older fences all have to be patched. So, yeah. I had a little bit of help with that. It did not finish the job. And so I've still been working on that. I can't do, it's a lot of tying knots. I don't know if I can find a place close by that I don't have to walk to. But it's a lot of tying knots in 100-degree heat, and that means, dexterity, and yeah, there's kind of a patch you can kind of see. And yeah, I'm gonna have to go through and redo that one. All the knots are coming undone, and you've got to keep it straighter. Anyway, right, Bob? So that's what's holding me up, is patching up these fences. I got these two pretty much done. I still need to do some rearranging on how they're gonna go. Then I need to figure out putting a third hoop coop here and then running a fence around that. Oh, yep. So that's kind of what's coming up. Something else I need to do over here, preferably before I move the hoop coop and the chickens, is I need to level all this out, come in with the skid steer and the bucket. I've got a pile of, debris there, and dips, and, where I dug out stumps and all kinds of stuff. But I need to come through here with the skid steer and the bucket and learn how to level all this out and disperse that pile. And then we'll put up, move the coop and put up a fence. I've been wanting to move these chickens out of here since I moved in. Oh yeah, but that hoop coop right there is just it needs to be rebuilt. That one needs a lot of repairs. This one's in pretty good shape, and that one needs a lot of repairs. So, and I need a little bit of help on that front because it's all ground level, and I'm just not able to do a lot of that during the day. I can do a little bit at a time. That might end up what I need to do. But this one, the whole base around that just needs to be redone. That's probably that might even be the very first tube coop I built. I do not know, but that one needs to be rebuilt. This one ain't too bad. And that's something else I can do, is start get my flail mower out and weed whacking around here. But ideally, I don't know which one. Ideally, this is the hoop coop I should move over there. It's occupied, so that makes it harder. But I'll figure out a way. What I've done before is just, move them during the day. They'll find their coop, take the fences up, and so when they come out in the morning, feed them. They'll follow me if I've got the food, and I'll just feed them over there, and then move the coop. I do have some bicycle tires that I can put on the back of those to help, but having a helper would make these jobs a lot quicker and a lot more possible. So I'll be working on that. But I've got plenty of patching. Like these fences, got started patching them, and I think a lot of them are done, but most of the knots have already come undone, and then there's still big old gaps like this where, yep. With all this heat, there's not been much of an opportunity to use the Caterpillar compact track loader, skid steer, whatever you want to call it. The air conditioner doesn't work. There is, be looking at Drew's Lens. I'll put a link down below. Drew's Lens. He should have a video coming out. Yep, this thing got some work in, and I can't wait to see those videos. But not a lot going on around here because it's so hot. One thing they did, I took it down to Drew's. Wiley took it down to Drew's to do some work. You'll have to see what that was all about. And then part of the deal was, I'm like, hey, can you at least put in an effort to try to recharge the air conditioner and see if that fixes it. That wasn't even an hour of stuff. It's just better. Anyway, I just wanted to see if that might work, because if that, fixed the problem, then awesome. I've got an air-conditioned skid steer for this summer, and it was just nice to know. So they finally got around to that and tested it out, and no, it is still not conditioning the air to be cold. So yeah, have to deal that another day. But yeah, today is cool enough. So I think I'm gonna hop in that thing, and let me turn you around here and show you what I'm gonna try to tackle this afternoon. We're out here in front of the house. Yes, I know. You should weed eat. You should mow. I know. It's all gonna die this winter, and all this is gonna be destroyed when I'm doing future projects. So it is not a priority for me to weed whack. And the septic tank's right there. The box is right there, and then so I can't get the skid steer over here. You know, you can't run over your septic tank and the D box and all that stuff. But I do need to find that junction box somewhere in this mess. But I want to put the flail mower on and weed whack in here. You can see there's the water spigot, and we were just looking at these flocks back here. But there's been a garden hose running through this area all the way up to the neighbor's house, helping them out with their water situation. And so we just a few days ago, we just got all the hose out, and so now I can get in there with the skid steer. Before, you can't run over metal hose with the skid steer, especially when you've got a flail mower on it. So I wasn't keeping this trimmed at all until now. I'm gonna try to come in here because I would like to put a couple flocks in this area. I've got the water spigot right there. You can see very close to being able to get these flocks, and I'd like to move a couple hoop coops in this area. And you can see how quick that tree was not alive 2 years ago. So I think that might be some type of willow. It's loving the septic runoff. Another little one right here. So that's man, that thing is growing fast. I should look up exactly what variety that is. And there's another one, giant one growing back there. You know, all of this was just bare dirt after Drew got done with it when we were getting ready to bring the house in. And it is, yeah, it don't take long for a jungle to take over. But yeah, these are interesting, very fast growing trees. But I'll just have to work around them for now. I want to get in here and see what it looks like. I got to be careful of the junction box. You don't want to run over that. And I've got some mounds of dirt and stuff. And the neighbor's cats there's a mama and 3 kittens in there. They're living over here. That's a whole other story. All right, I'm probably not gonna film much. Got to take the grapple off, put the flail mower on, and then we'll get in here and see what kind of damage I can do. Leak on one of the hydraulic lines, just got to tighten it. That did a pretty good job. I mean, everything looked like that before, and now it's cleared out. So there's a pile of dirt there, and I did that on purpose. Yeah, you can kind of see that pile of dirt because it's called a D box, junction box for the septic system, and you can't run over it. And I put some white poles in there, but you can't see them. So yeah, I need to come in here just with the bucket on and scrape that back, and then I can get right up. Yeah, so I've got to level that out. Some bucket work, and I can get rid of this jungle. This tree is that's 2 years old. This was all bare earth, and that is 2 years old, and it's already that big. That is, and the other one back there, same thing, and it's even bigger. But this is where I'd like to move 2 of my hoop coops as soon as possible, put up fencing, and that's all I'm going to film for today. I've got plenty of time for dark. I'll see if I can get in there, maybe get some of that, maybe push back further, and I'll just, do some more flail mowing, right, Mr. Bob? But yeah, not bad for not even 20 minutes probably. I spent more time getting out and retightening the hydraulic hose. I think when I jiggle the hose, it jiggles the connection on top, and I'm probably just not strong enough to tighten it as tight as it needs to be. But so I had to get out and do that a couple times. But yeah, next time I've got the bucket on there, I'll get in there and scrape that out, smooth out the little pile of I don't know, topsoil, whatever. And there's another, you can't see it, but there's another pile in there, so I can't go over that with the mower yet. That'll be it for this video. I'm gonna mess around with this flail mower, just flail mowing whatever I can get into until dark. Yeah, hopefully it's not gonna cool down. August is usually hotter than July, so it is what it is. Yeah, I'm not willing to put in the gigantic money to get the air conditioning fixed right now, because it'd probably have to go to Little Rock to the cat dealer there, which is 2.5 hours one way. So dropping it off and picking it up is 10 hours on the road. So yeah, that's a lot of money and a lot of time just to take it into the shop, and then having to pay the bill on top of that. So you're talking hundreds just in transporting costs. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. We're already halfway through this summer, and I made it without air conditioning. I will get that AC fixed at some point, but not right now. I've got higher priorities. Got to get my chicken business, going. They're 5 months old now, so they should start laying by the end of this month, some of them. And then, once the eggs are big enough, then I'm in the chicken, baby chicken hatching egg business again here pretty soon. But I've got to get them all separated, and yeah, that needs to be done now so that I'll be ready in the future. All right, I'm gonna quit yapping, get back in the skid steer, do some more mowing, and I'll catch you in the next video. Be on the lookout for Drew's lens. Be on the lookout. Hopefully his video came out today. I have no idea. I haven't checked, but yeah, check out Drew's lens. And I can't wait to see his, I hope it's one of his upcoming videos anyway. The skid steer had a lot of fun, and I had a lot of fun watching it being used for what it was built for. All right, thanks for watching. Thanks for everything. Take it easy.